Hey there, today we are trying AT-S-4 challenge mode. Normally I try to make my content pretty approachable, try to use operators or have alternates that, in case not everyone has the same box I have. In this case, this level is incredibly hard and I'm bringing absolutely everything that I have. So, about the only flex here is I'm using Texas as a starter vanguard, and there's a lot of other options there. Everywhere else, I need pretty much everything I've got. Key here, Kuhei has really high defense, really high res, and his defense is normally a little lower than the res, except that it scales up even higher once his HP gets low. So dealing damage to him is really hard, and so we have stocked up on every possible mechanism I can find to debuff him so that he'll take more damage. So we've got Saria's S3 here because it does arts damage taken up. Texas Alter, I'm using her S2 for minus 30% res. Aya ignores some res. Surtur ignores some res. We're using Hoshi Alter's arts attack, her S3. So basically, we're going to stack up as many hard-hitting arts attackers as we can, all on him at the same time, while debuffing him as much as we possibly can. One of the tricks here is after you get your permanent operators on the field, you need Saria to be the highest DP that's left, because we're using Lucksack time to make her deployment free, so that she gets straight to her S3 skill and we don't have to give her any extra time to charge. All right, let's give this a shot. All right, before we get started, let's have a quick talk about these pinball machines. They make this run really variable, unfortunately. The timing of when these pinballs hit some of those spinning guys and turn their skill off is going to be really essential to whether the run succeeds or not, and I find it's really hard to get it just exactly right. So unfortunately, even if you've got a mostly working run, sometimes it just turns out very slightly differently, and that's enough to turn the run into a failure. So watch the timing on those. Best of luck. All right, start with a vanguard. We just need someone who can handle the first two people before we get Hoshi down. We want to turn this pinball machine on first, just to make a little damage on this punching bag. We're going to need that later. Put Haruka down as soon as we can. First vanguard skill, and then we're going for Hoshi on the star as soon as we can do that. Actually, just before that, we're going to need to hit this guy with a pinball. We want to hit him when he's not quite into this tile, so we knock him backwards and not forwards. All right, Hoshi's down. And then we're going to hit Haruka's first skill as soon as it's ready. We're also going to hit Hoshi the first time that she's ready, just to make these first waves a little bit easier. You can probably get by just saving her skill for later, but I find this makes it a little easier. Drop Lemoin. All right, use Texas for the second time, get some DP. As soon as that's done, pull her back, put in Moinar instead. Go ahead and put Lemoin's skill on. We've got Lucksack time for the first time. We're going to drop Saria over here, but not use her yet. We're also going to go ahead and put Silver Ash here so he wakes up the first of the holes and turn Haruka on. All right, boss is on the field. Let's let Moinar get some damage in. The next thing we're waiting for is to charge up Lucksack again so Aya is also free, and then it's going to get crazy in here. All right, Aya's free. We're going to hit every skill. Saria to increase arts damage. We're going to put Texas in here as soon as he's in range to decrease his res. We've got Volcano going on. There we go. Texas decreasing res. As soon as Moinar is done, pull him out, get Surtur on the field over here. Go ahead and use Silver Ash too to take care of these guys. All right. And Hoshi's going to come up again in just a second. We're going to turn her on. All right, he made it just past Hoshi. Let's see, is he... We're going to go ahead and hit Surtur ahead of time. We can maybe save her till after the gap, but we're not going to risk it here. We still want this machine on after Lucksack time is over. All right. Continuing to hit him as hard as we can. When Hoshi's skill gets low here, we're going to go ahead and put her into hyper mode. Throw Texas one more time at this. And let's see, Hoshi's going to be gone in just a second. And we put in Thorns instead. Alright, not a bad first round. Turn this machine back on. We want that machine on really the whole time. Alright, now we're going to put Bueno over here. Prepare as he comes into this lane to do another round of good damage. He's about halfway through his second life. That's good shape. This guy's coming in as a live spinner. That's not great. I'm just going to, just in case, let Texas absorb the worst of that. Because losing Haruka at this point would be really bad. Alright. Alright, let's let Moinar do his thing. Alright, Lucksack time again. Saria. We're going to pay DP for Aya this time. But we've got him slowed as much as possible. And I probably should have had Aya down there earlier, to be honest, but I think we're going to be okay. Go ahead and let Silver Ash. Alright, boss is almost down. You'd think that would be the end of it, but there we go. Now we've got a couple more punching bags on the right side. Those are going to create some trouble for us. We don't really need... let's see, we don't need Moinar anymore. We're going to drop Hoshi here behind Silver Ash. She's going to be our solution for the punching bags if they give us too much trouble. Otherwise, I mean, we're almost home free, but we're just going to make sure we handle all the other assorted enemies that are left. I could probably go to 2x speed at this point, but I don't want to jinx it.
Time for me to get seat. You are not the man I'm looking for. Move.
Alright, that punching bag's about to drop Silver Ash, but we've got a free Saria now. Let's go for it.
This will be over soon.
Eesh.
Moving to designated location.
Alright, let's see. Most of the way there. One more punching bag is probably the hardest one, although these three guys have me slightly worried as well. Let's just wipe them with Texas. Alright, that side of the board is done.
Not a bad position.
Throw everything we've got left at the punching bag.
I'm in position. No need to guess which position.
Very well. I'm fully on side. Still pause my way.
I think we've got it.
Time for me to decided what to carve on your grave yet solidified.
And there it is.
I'm so glad you're safe.
Alright, so that one's pretty brutal. Not a lot of flex in this team. You need just big nukers and a bunch of debuff all stacked on top of each other. But good luck with that one. See you next time.